Hello students, in today's class we will discuss about partial derivative. Partial derivative are used in heat transfers or heat flow from one point to other point with respect to time, like del u, del is the symbol of partial derivative, del u by del t function of xt equal to delta u xt. Newton's law of cooling is delta equal to summation of I equal to 1 to 3 del square by del x square. Now we will learn how to solve partial derivative from definition and also without definition. Let us learn the definition of partial derivative. Let z equal to f of xy be a function. The derivative of f of xy with respect to x keeping y constant that will be the del f del x, or you can say f of x comma y equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h comma y minus f of xy by h. Similarly, f of xy is derivative of with respect to y, and keeping x constant, it will be del f del y, or you can say f of y x y equal to limit k tends to 0 f of x comma y plus k minus f of xy by k. Okay, let us take an example. You can understood from that example. It's very easy. Please pay attention. Take one example. Find from definition del f del x and del f del y at 0 pi by 2, where function is f of xy equal to y sin x. Solution. Here f of xy equal to y sin x. Firstly, I will show you del f del x at 0 pi by 2 is here equal to limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h comma pi by 2 minus f of 0 pi by 2 by h. Firstly, the question is why here 0 and why here h? As per the formula, we know that the formula was f of x plus h comma y minus f of xy by h. Compared to this term, compared to this formula with this, here x equal to 0 and y equal to pi by 2. Then x plus h, that is x equal to 0 and y equal to pi by 2, is f of xy, that is f of 0 comma pi by 2 by h. Next, limit h tends to 0. Compared to this function and this function, here x equal to this term and y equal to this term, and f of xy equal to y sin x. That's why f of 0 plus h, that is x, is sin, putting this term of here sin x, that is sin h, and y is pi by 2, that is y into y is pi by 2 minus f of 0 pi by 2, the 0 is x, here 0 is x, here 0 is x, is sin x, that is sin 0, and pi by 2 is y, that is pi by 2 by h. Okay, limit h tends to 0. Here sin 0 is, you know that sin 0 is 0, and 0 with multiplying by pi by 2 is also 0. That's why here pi by 2 sin h by h. Pi by 2 limit h tends to 0 by sin h by h. As you know that limit chapter, limit h tends to 0, sin h by h will be 1. That's why pi by 2 into 1 equal to pi by 2. That means del f del x will be pi by 2. Now del f del y. Del f del y, you can write, or f of y is xy equal to, as per formula, is limit k tends to 0, f of, a formula was f of x comma y plus k minus f of xy by h by k. Here x is at 0 pi by 2. Here x is 0. That's why x put the value of x is 0, comma y plus k. Here y is pi by 2. That's why pi by 2 plus k minus f of xy, that is 0, comma pi by 2 by k. Limit k tends to 0. Last part del f del x, we can say f of compared to this term is y and y into sin x, f of xy, and here f of 0 plus h and pi by 2, this is x and this is y. It's also over here pi by 2 sin h. That's why here 0 is also sin 0 is sin 0 into y is pi by 2 plus k, pi by 2 plus k, minus f of 0xy, that is y into sin x, y is pi by 2 and sin x is sin 0 by k. Limit k tends to 0, sin 0 is 0, that's why multiplying with this term is 0, minus sin 0 is 0 and multiplying with pi by 2 is 0, 0 minus 0 by k, it is completely is 0. It means del f del x is pi by 2 and del f del y is 0. Now I will show you without definition, how to solve without definitions. Question is saying f of xy equal to y sin x at 0 pi by 2. Now del f del x. Okay, next part I will show you how to solve without definitions. Is f of x, question is same, f of xy equal to y sin x at 0 pi by 2. Find out del f del x, find out del f del x and also del f del y. F of xy is y sin x, y sin x. F of xy is y sin x. Now del f del x is del f del x. When del f del x, that means function derivative of this function is with respect to x when y is constant. That's why y is constant and only derivative of sin x is cos x. And del f del y, when the function derivative is with respect to y, then x is constant. That's why x is constant, completely sin x is constant, and the derivative of y is 1 into sin x equal to sin x. Now these two terms, I put these two values here. Y equal to pi by 2, y equal to pi by 2, and 0 is x, that is cos 0 is 1 equal to pi by 2, and here 0 is pi sin x, 0 is the value of x, that's why sin 0 is 0. Students, when since you can see that results of both the process are same, that's when from the definition is also is pi by 2 and 0, and without definition is also pi by 2 and 0. Hence depends on the question requirement. If the question asks to derive from the definition, then you will use the first procedure, else second one. Thank you.